Welcome to our online session. We are going to do module 2, session 2. We are going to discuss what is called price action. What do we mean by price action? You are going to learn that there are various strategies you can use to trade on the online system or online trading or on the online market. So as you can see, 70% of our trades are on Forex. So we are going to focus on what we mean by price action as a currency trade. So we'll go through few paragraphs, then we'll discuss them few minutes later once we are done with the paragraph. So if we can have a look at paragraph 1, you can all see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then the first paragraph says, if you are a Forex trader, then it is important to know what is price action in Forex. Price action is the trading discipline of making all of your decisions in trading from a clear price chart. I think there is someone who's got a noise at the background. Is it possible maybe to walk away from those people? I'm not sure if it's in the office or it's in the class. Can you try to walk away from them? Okay, try to close the door if possible. Yeah. So, okay, the key word under price action is that all your decisions should be based on a clear price chart. What do we understand by that? A clear price chart. Can you make an example? A clear price chart, what does it mean?
It means it does not have indicators such as stochastics, EMA.
Okay. Is it clear? Here you are going to make a decision only based on the clear price chart. Ne? You can see your prices well. You can see your charts very well. So this implies that you don't have any lagging indicators, except maybe you have got some moving average like the exponential moving average. Because with the moving average, you can determine your support and resistance. They can also show you the direction. So it should be clear that with the price action strategy, your decision is only based on the clear price chart. So in addition, all financial markets can be Forex, can be equities, can be commodities, can be CFDs, can be cryptocurrencies. All of them, they create a data about the movement of market prices over varying timing periods. And this is demonstrated on clear price charts. So I think we have seen that because the markets are very live, they go up and down. So the upward movement means something, the downward movement means something. If it's flat, it also means something. So in order for us to have movement on the chart, the market should be live, can be decisions in politics, the demand and supply. All those things, they make our prices to go up and down. So take into account that price charts reflect the beliefs and actions of the market participants, either human or computer trading market during a particular period of time, or those beliefs are displayed on market price chart in the form of Forex price action. So let me ask you, what happened last week Friday about the US dollar? Did you observe the movement of the US dollar last week? Did you observe the movement of the US dollar last week Friday? What was happening in the state? Or was there any specific event that was happening on Friday? You don't remember anything.
I didn't.
Class, you didn't observe anything.
On my side, I did not do that.
You didn't see anything.
No.
Okay. What happened to South African rand against the US dollar when there was a motion in South African Parliament where they said they want to take the land from the white owners without paying them? What happened to the South African rand against the US dollar? Let's talk. What happened? Okay, I'm going to call you by names one by one. Natalie, let's start with you. You are the first one, mate.
Daddy.
What happened in Parliament when it was the point was raised by the EFF that they want the land back from the white owners and they are not supposed to get any cent? What happened to the rand?
The rand became weak, sir.
It became weak.
Yes, sir.
So it means there was a movement.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any decisions, either positive or negative, they have a huge impact on any currency or on any financial product. So that's what happened about USD. So we are coming to this one where it says, since economic data and other world news or events are the catalyst for the price movement in a market, we don't need to analyze them to trade the market successfully. All economic data and global news that cause price movement within a market is eventually reflected via price action on market price chart. So let's assume now USD is at 12.05. It shoots to 13.05. If you are just watching your system, what does it mean to you? What can you conclude? You are busy analyzing. You see the price moving from 12.05 to 13.05. What are you going to think? It's USD. Okay. Then the second one will be Mematakan. What are you going to think, Mematakan? What will come to your mind? Guys, you don't want to talk. So on my side, I've got the attendance here. So I'll go to you one by one. So the question is, you are analyzing USD as we speak. When you are busy analyzing, you see the price for USD moving from 12.05 to 13.05. What will come to your mind?
Rand is becoming
It means
strong.
What is becoming strong?
The rand.
USD.
It moves from 12.05 to 13.05. Which one is becoming strong?
USD becoming strong.
USD.
USD is becoming strong.
And
so what does it mean about the US? What will come to your mind? What will you think? Either in the US or in South Africa, what will come to your mind? If you just see the price shooting, what will come to your mind?
maybe there are positive news about USD. In fact, about USD.
It's positive news about USD. What about ZAR?
Probably there are bad news that affect it negatively.
Yeah. So is there something good is happening in the States or something bad is happening in South Africa? Or nothing is happening in South Africa, it's just in the States about the good news. Or it's only in South Africa, it's the bad news and nothing is happening in the States. So that's why we'll see that movement. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me go back to the screen. So we are saying the economic data or any wealth news or events, they have got a major impact on the movement of the share prices or the market price. Ne? So that's why we've got the economic calendar on the system. I'm not sure, have we ever used the economic calendar or the news from the software? Is there anyone who tried to use them? Okay.
Yes, and that.
You tried to use them in the village.
Yes, but hey, sometimes I look at the news, then I'm not in the position to make decision whether I have to buy or sell. Hey, sometimes it becomes difficult.
It becomes difficult. Ne?
Yes.
The news or the calendar, which one do you use? The news or the calendar?
Yes, Nandi.
I normally look at the news.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay, Natengak. Okay. Apart from the daily shows using in the news, is there anyone who ever used the news on the calendar? Machine. Have you ever used the news or the economic calendar in the software?
No, I only read, but I don't use them for the purpose of trading.
Okay. So what do you use to trade? How do you trade?
I just use the normal analysis, the way that we normally analyze the trend. Yes.
Okay, no, it's fine that. But it's very important for us when we analyze to just have an idea of what's happening economically. So just use the economic calendar where we'll get some economic data, or just follow some world news that will appear there on the economic calendar, or just go to the news close and just read there. Yes, Ndati.
I have a question.
Yes, Ndati.
Normally, when there are news that are going to affect a certain currency, I don't read that. I don't know if my decision is right or wrong.
What happens? Can you repeat the question, Ndati? Can you repeat your question?
Can I give a high? I was saying, how to the news that affect a certain currency. I get traded that currency at all.
You don't trade that currency.
So my question is it I'm doing a right and that if there are news that are going to affect that currency?
Why do you do that? Are you scared or why?
Normally, during the release of such news, there is a huge spike of the candle. So the trend might go against me.
Okay. I think you are being cautious, and being cautious on the market is very good. Do you know NFT?
No, that NFT.
Yeah, you haven't heard about NFP or NPF, something like that.
No, that.
Basically, it's during that time of the week where there will be this major news in the States or in the UK. So during that time, it's when we make most money or we lose most money. Is it clear? Because during such announcements, that currency will be very volatile. So if you bought it and now it's going against you, it's going to show and your account will just be blown. So I think now you are being very strategic. It's a good thing to do. Just when there's certain news, just be cautious about that currency. Is it clear in the Tengak? Natengak? I can't hear Natengak. Can you still hear me, class? Okay, so what you can only do, you can still trade the product, but just take a very small lot size.
Yeah, but it's clear.
Okay, no, it's fine. Eh? Okay, let's go to the following paragraph. Eh?
Okay.
So, as a market price action reflects all variables, including that market for a given time period. I think I can hear my voice. I'm not sure if someone is recording or what's going on. If you are recording, can you switch the recording audio system off, because we'll share the audio? Ne? Okay. As the market price action reflects all variables in the market for a given period of time, exploiting lagging price indicators like MACD, stochastics, RSI, and others can be a waste of time. So there are traders who will say that price movement provides all the forex action price action signals you will ever need to design a profitable and high probability trading system. So those signals are collectively known as price action trading strategy, and they deliver a way of making sense of market price movement and assisting in predicting each future movement with a high degree of accuracy in order to grant you a high probability trading strategy. So this one, we know that we have got various types of indicators. We have got the lagging price indicators. What do we mean by saying something is a lagging price indicator? What does it mean? Lagging price indicators. Which ones are those? Okay, we have got MACD, stochastic, RSI. But what does it mean? What do they imply to us? If something we are saying it's a lagging indicator. What do you think?
Yeah, and that.
Yes, what do you think?
I think they show us what is going to happen in advance.
Okay. Do you share the same sentiments, class?
No, I think they delayed to show a clear picture about the direction of a certain pair.
Can you repeat that, Natengaka? What did you say?
I think they delayed to show a clear picture of a direction of a certain pair.
They do what?
They delay.
Oh, yeah, I was looking for the key word. Yeah, they delay. So what happens with these things, ne? Lagging indicators. They show you something after it has occurred, ne?
Okay.
Oh.
Is it clear?
And that.
We can say it's a measurable economic factor that changes only after the economy has begun to follow a particular pattern or trend. It is often a technical indicator that trails the price action of underlying assets. So it shows something that is already occurred. Ne? It doesn't predict on what's going to happen. Is it clear, Natalie?
No, it's clear, sir.
That's why I've been saying, okay, you know, we have got the exponential moving averages, ne? And we have got the stochastic. So I normally say stochastic oscillator is what? It's a second opinion. It's not 100% accurate, but it's just a second opinion, just to confirm certain things. Ne?
Okay.
So here, the take-home message is that trading is about probability. So if you are going to do probability, you should have a high probability trading strategy. Just try to master your analysis, everything, so that you don't go wrong. So on the price action trading strategy, we don't rely much on about what happened in the past. Is it clear? Our main focus is what's going to happen from now moving forward. The past can help you a little bit, but then the main thing you should know what's happening right now. What's the current price? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? So as we go down, we are going to check few of the steps that should be of paramount importance to you. So we are going to check the first one. What else do we know about price action? So simply put, price action is what is the footprint of money. So financial markets are where money is exchanged between market participants. And this exchange of money leaves a trail. So this trail is the market price movement or price action, as we now know. So it can be observed on a price chart. As a forex trader, it is vital to learn to define trade-off and the clues left behind from price actions, because it makes its trail across price charts. It is also important to learn price action forex trading, not just for your general knowledge, but to amplify your trading arsenal. So what do you take home as a message here? So we are saying on this thing of the price action, is where something will leave a trail. What is a trail?
Evidence.
It's what? Evidence. You said evidence as a machine.
Yes, from the past.
Aha.
Mohlala, ke mohlala, kusiya mohlala ka Sotho.
Okay, kusiya mohlala, ne? So in English is just to leave something behind, ne? So they will give you a clue of what really happened. So with that clue, you can use the clue to guide you on what to do in the future. Let's assume right now, USD is 1280, and it's only 3 candles. All these 3 candles, they are very long. What does it imply to you? Is it the best time to buy USD? You enter the market, USD is moved from 1250 to 1350 with only 3 candles. Is it the right time to buy USD?
No.
Why?
It is overbought.
Okay, you are saying it's overbought, so you are using the stochastic oscillator. Apart from being overbought, what does it mean? So now it means you have the evidence. So this thing, it's already high. If it's high, you have to wait a little bit till it goes down. Ne?
Yes.
Okay. So with the price action, we are very focused on what's the current price now. Where does it come from? Was it here? Was it high? Or was it low? So you have to be very particular on what's happening right now about that price. So then the other paragraph says, as we touch the topic of price action trading strategies, so we would admit that they form because price movement in the market has a tendency to be repetitive. So since actions in the market frequently result in price action formations that repeat from time to time, this can be a very accurate predictive tool of upcoming price action. So therefore, price action forex indices come into play. Let's say now, for the past 6 months, the highest price for USD ZAR was $12.99, and the lowest price for USD ZAR was $11.05. In the past 5 months, USD ZAR only reached $12.99 3 times. In the past 5 months, it only reached $12.99 3 times. And now when you analyze, it's at $12.85. What does it mean to you? Are we together? Okay, I will take you one by one. I'm following the list here. We should all participate. Ne? Natele is already covered. Oh, the next culprit is Memantabile. Memantabile. No, I'm just following the list here. I will repeat the question.
Hey, and that.
In the past 5 months, the highest price for USD ZAR was $12.99. The lowest price was $11.05. In the past 5 months, the highest price was $12.99. USD ZAR only reached $12.99 3 times. And now when you analyze, USD ZAR, it's at $12.85. What does it mean to you?
I think it means that I should not buy.
Why?
I should rather sell, because I see that the currency has dropped from its highest and is going down. Looking at the trade that we have.
Okay. Others, what do you think? Is she correct?
Yes.
Why are you saying yes?
The price is already too high. The likelihood that it will be above that is low, because it only reached that point 3 times in 5 months.
Yes.
So the probability is low.
Okay. So we are saying you are both correct, ne? Because of the price action. So what we need to do, the share price is very repetitive. So there's a high possibility that if it's around 12.85, only few cents to go before it can reach a certain level. I mean the class I am. No, go outside. I'm in the class. Okay, can keep it. Sorry for our class, ne? So it's very repetitive. So if it's at that level, there's a high likelihood that once it reaches 12.99, or even before it can reach 12.99, it's going to go down. So the best thing, like Memantabile said, it might be ideal to sell it rather than to buy it. Ne? Is it clear?
Yes, that.
Okay, so we are covered with that one. So furthermore, price action trading encompasses price action strategies from key levels in the market. So sometimes you don't need to create a complex forex strategy. So a plain price chart and common sense can be enough. Is it clear?
Yes, that.
You don't need to complicate matters. Let's assume you're at home, you have got a standard 2 child, she's saying, okay, Papa, how do you get 5? Can you just give me a simple mathematic rules equation how to get 5? You can say it's just 3 plus 2. Is it clear? As simple as that. Or 4 plus 1. No, you can't say it's 1095 blah 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 minus 1000 blah blah blah. So that is way above her comprehension. So we need common sense, but at times common sense is not so common. So that's another challenge. Okay, let's look at the last part on the first point. So price action strategy can be traded in any financial market. So either you are doing Forex, you are doing Bitcoins, you are doing commodities, you are doing CFDs, equities, anything that you are trading, please, you can use the price action strategies. They are applicable and they are practical. But be warned that we do, however, suggest that traders concentrate their efforts on trading higher time frames, with the main time frame being the daily chart. Okay, what does it mean here? Trading on higher time frames, with the main time frame being the daily chart. What is the daily chart? Traders, what is the daily chart? Okay, then the next one will be Mematume. Mematume. What is the daily chart?
I think the chart that appears there, maybe within from the morning to the afternoon.
Okay. Others, what do you think? Okay, I will go to Siliso. What is the daily chart?
I think these are the things that we should go or look for before we can do our trading or ensure that we've checked them. What is going on? What is happening during the day, like a message.
Okay. To me, what do you think? What is the daily chart?
Okay, I think daily chart that chart ebontsetsang the opening and closing prices are the days.
Okay. Me Pudum. What is the daily chart? What types of chart periods do we have on our system? Which chart periods do you remember? Or which one are we using most, the chart period?
15.
100.
15 minutes. So is 15 minutes advisable under price action?
No.
Oh, sir.
Why?
It is said you should focus only on the daily chart.
On the daily chart, ne?
And
So it simply means, guys, if you want to go for price action strategies, we have to change your chart period to D1, ne? Not to M50. Is it clear?
Mm-hmm.
Because on the system you've got M1, M5, M15, M30, H1, H4, D1, W1, MN1. So it's 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month. Ne? So if you go for price action, it's highly recommendable to go for daily chart. Ne?
Okay.
Yeah, please. Because I think we have seen that if you are analyzing, maybe you made a mistake of leaving your chart period to M1. If you change it to M15, you remember the direction will change. Ne? Have you seen that?
Yes,
Of the
but
trend.
yes.
So you'll see that there will be the direction of the trend will change. If you are having the buy signal under M1, under M15, you can't have the buy or sell signal or whatever you saw in the previous one. So be very cautious if you go for price actions. Just focus on the daily chart. Ne? So like this, a daily chart is what happened from maybe from 8 a.m. to the following time. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's go to factor number 2. What should we know? Why trade currencies with price action? The answer is very simple. Price is the essence of any financial market. So the price resembles mathematics. If you don't understand the terms of the task, you will not be able to provide any solution. If you don't know how to use a certain mathematical formula, you will just be stranded. So if you don't know how to read the price action of a market, then what does it mean? You are unlikely to know how to make sense of what a price chart is telling you. As a result, you will not know how to trade Forex using price action. I think on Facebook, last week, it was a couple, a husband and a wife. So it happened that the husband left the car at home. So the wife was about to start the car. So she switched the engine on, but then the car didn't move. So on the dashboard, there was a sign of person sitting in the toilet. So she called the husband and said, hey, the car doesn't start. Then the husband said, okay, why? Because there's a sign of person sitting in the toilet on the dashboard. So what do you think happened there? On the dashboard, there was a sign of someone in the toilet. What do you think? Are you familiar with the signs on the dashboard?
Familiar petrol when it's empty.
Okay, just try to start your car. If it's one of the latest cars, not like my old Toyota Test, it doesn't have so many functions inside. Ne? But if you've got one of these, all the new models, latest cars, try to check any sign that will rule like a person sitting in the toilet. Ne? Okay, maybe to make it simple, maybe what the lady saw, it was just a person. You remember certain cars, you can't drive them if the safety belt is not on. Are you aware?
Oh, okay.
Aha. So then the lady was not familiar with this car. If you switch the engine on and you can't put on a safety belt, then it won't move. But try to find that sign. I'm just making an example. So what does it mean? You can have all the tools, but if you don't know how to use the tools, nothing will make sense to you. So the same thing will apply. In order for you to do your price chart strategy, try to be familiar with all the tools. How do you interpret the charts? Ne? So every trader who tries to convince that it is easier to trade off indicators or trading software than price action is unaware of the reality of the market. So you can't trade the market without the price action. Is it clear? Okay, let's go to the following point. Ne? What are the best ways to learn price action? There are 3 points to bear in mind when learning Forex price action. The first one is that you need to learn to master one price action Forex trading strategy at a time. So by mastering one price action setup at a time, you will learn it inside out and make it your own. So a lot of traders jump from one strategy to the next one without really giving it the attention it needs. So remember, I gave you the 3 simple steps. You remember those 3 simple steps?
Yes, not.
Is it possible, if you can't understand step number 1, to master step number 3?
No.
It's impossible. Yeah? It's impossible.
Yeah.
So that's why even when I start with the basic sessions, I said, okay, focus on step number 1. Be familiar with trend. You can trade just using the trend. Once you master the trend, then go to step number 2. The buy and the sell signals, the candle. Once you are done with that, then you go to step number 3. So on step number 3, your support and resistance, the diagonal and the horizontal. So don't jump from one step to another. Master the first one. Once you have mastered it, go to the second one. Then go to the third one. So once you are done with the third one, then focus on the fundamental analysis, the breaking news, blah, 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 blah. Is it clear? So one step at a time, you will be successful. If you just want to mix masala everything, you will say trading is a scam, it doesn't work. So what we need to do here, like we said, one step at a time. So the second one point is that you have to learn trading Forex with price action using higher time frames first. So the foremost reason will be to concentrate on higher time frames is because it is the best protection we have against over trading. Like we said, the higher time frames, the price is what? The movement is very slow. Have you seen that?
And that.
It's very slow. So that's the best strategy to do if you want to master these techniques. Ne? Go for higher time frames. Don't take too many quantities. Just take a small lot size, 0.01, and try to check how will the movement be. Because over trading is an account killer and no trader is invincible. So by focusing your attention on the higher time frame, what are we doing? You can benefit from their ability to filter price noise on the lower time frame and consequently enhance your overall winning percentage. We have seen that for 1 minute is very fast, 5 minutes is still fast, 15 minutes, not bad, 1 hour, a little bit slow. But if you go to 1 day, you are safe. So let's go to the third principle. Yes, to me.
You recommend research or M15 D1?
Yeah, here is when you just focus on the price actions, ne?
Okay.
Price action strategy. Yeah. Yeah, when you just focus on price action strategy, just go for higher time frames.
Okay.
Is it clear? Okay. So then the third Forex price action trading rule is to follow the examples of successful price action traders. So the most effective as well as efficient way to become a specialist in the field of Forex price action trading is to actually learn from a successful price action trader. Such traders have accomplished the first point we mentioned, and that is great if they can share their experiences with the novice ones. So in other words, you can considerably reduce your learning curve and also avoid a lot of trial and error by following the advice of skilled and proven price action traders. So you know what, trading is not an emotional profession. It needs someone who has got experience. Unfortunately, on markets, like people who are trading, you find that somehow on the demo accounts, they made money, then they think that they can teach other people to trade on the market. And it doesn't work. That's the unfortunate reality. Someone is on the demo account, they are mastering it. And remember, on the demo account, maybe someone will be having 100,000. They just take one, they win lottery, then they think trading is simple. But once you start coming to the real market, you find that this thing, it doesn't work like that. It needs patience and discipline. That's why I have been emphasizing that if you have got some financial problems, you only have your last pension money, don't take it and trade on the market. Because if it's your last money, you make some stupid mistakes, your money will be gone. Or it's your last money, you want to double it because when you retire, maybe they give you 100,000, and you are saying, okay, then how are you going to survive 100,000? You want to make it 10 million, and you lose all the money. What's going to happen to you? You're going to commit suicide. So this thing, it's a profession, and it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. In the past few days, they are making some jokes about the Poloni. You know, some times ago, it was difficult for someone to commit suicide. But now they say, if you want to commit suicide, just go to your fridge, eat some Polonies, then you will be sorted out. So, what I'm trying to say is this, if you want to trade and make good money, the first thing you have to learn is to be patient and have discipline. Don't be emotional. Don't just go behind the noise. Do the right thing. Follow people who have been in the industry for quite some time. Is it clear? Okay. Then the last paragraph. Besides all of these rules, it is very important to explain the best way to trade price action in Forex. It is wise to wait for the best price action setups rather than trade anything that you may think is a setup. In addition, after you master a successful price action strategy, market, and concept, you should eventually have no doubt on what you are looking for in the market. So Forex is something where you need to demonstrate patience, wait for the ideal price action setup to come into view, and trade it flawlessly. Unfortunately, people become impatient. They just assume and they trade with a lot of mistakes. If trading on the markets was so simple, all of us should be millionaires by now, isn't it? If trading was so simple. And you know what, last, the unfortunate part, this one is a sad reality. Do you know that 90% of people who trade on the market, they lose their money, 100%? Are you aware? 90% of the guys coming to the market, they are guaranteed to lose their money. Their first initial deposit, they are guaranteed to lose. Why? Because they become greedy, they become impatient. That's the challenge. The other fact is that for traders coming to the market with less than $10,000, in the next 6 months, they might have lost 50 or 100% of their capital. Those who come with less than $10,000, which is around 100,000. Why is it like that? If you come with 427, let me make an example. You start making money, ne? You start making money, it grows from 427 to $5,000. You will say, I've mastered it, I know how to trade. You start taking unnecessary risk, you increase your lot size. What's going to happen? That $5,000 you have built over 2 months is just going to disappear within a few seconds. That's the sad reality. So please, class, try to cultivate the quality of being disciplined, being patient, and using the right strategies. Those 3 steps I've given you, they will take you throughout the whole journey of trading. You are guaranteed to make money only if you follow those 3 basic steps. Ne? Please follow those 3 basic steps. You are guaranteed to make money. And don't want to have that attitude in your mind that if you want to trade now, this is the only time you trade. You want to trade. Don't force matters. Ne? Because if you force matters, you are forcing the markets to go against you. Are there some questions so far? Are there some questions? Okay. If there are no questions, let's come to the last paragraphs where we conclude our session for tonight. In conclusion, it does not really matter what strategy or system you end up using. Knowing how to read and trade off price action will improve, even if you don't focus solely on trade price action strategy. If you want to trade successfully, knowing how to trade price action and how to use price action forex trading indicators is very imperative. So you have to understand all the price dynamics in the market. Plus, you should, from today moving forward, try to use the calendar, try to use the news on your system. Because if we ignore those things on the demo account, do you think we'll be successful on the live market? You will never. No matter how strong your Zangoma can be, you will never make money. So if you ignore simple rules right now, on the left market, that's your real money. That's your hard and cash. It's just going to disappear. Maybe some they don't care if they lose money on the demo account. But if you start losing even just $1 or $2 on the left market, it's going to be very painful. That's why I said, let's try to trade without the stop loss. But you must reduce your lot size. If it takes you 2 days, 3 days to make money, it's fine. Let it be. If it's a week, it's okay. It's not a matter of must to make money every day. If you want to make money every day, you're going to be very emotional. So don't have that attitude. So don't deceive yourself by believing that you will somehow succeed in currency trading without an appropriate and thorough knowledge of price action trading concepts. So be armed to the teeth with knowledge. Do not forget that successful price action traders can become your best mentors, and they can teach you some valuable lessons. So at last, moving forward from tonight, use the economic calendar, use the news, and practice one principle, one step at a time. Even though we are in the second month, you can revisit the material for module 1. Try to focus on one step, master it, till it's at your fingertips. Once you have mastered step number 1, then go to step number 2, then step number 3, so that it will prepare you by April when we are done with this training. Because bear in mind that once we are done with you, I don't want to see you anymore in this class. Is it clear? Because you know what? Because if you track your feet, you will end up having that trading. It's complicated. It's complex. This thing is just in your mind. So push yourself, not very hard, but push yourself. Is it clear, class?
Yeah.
So please make it your own. Spend about 15 minutes a day on trading. You can just trade one product, it's fine. But try to master every technique you are implementing and check its practicality. Everything is in your hand, class. The ball is in your court. To make money is simply in your hands. Ne? You want to make money, you'll make money. You want to lose money, you will lose money. It's all up to you. But the fact that you have to remember, it's up to you if you want to be in the 10% that is successful, or you want to be in the 90% that is guaranteed to lose their capital, the initial capital. That one is a sad reality, but it's a fact. I can even see on how you're doing on the demo account, even on the live markets. I can see how some are doing. Some are doing quite well. They start by being very disciplined. They build their profile, their account. At a certain level, they start taking unnecessary risks. They lose the money. Is it what we want? No, it's not worth it. So I think we have covered what's supposed to be covered for today or tonight. Are there some questions, class? AM. Okay. I said on our system, or right now, I recommend that we use what? 15 minutes. Ne? That's what I recommended. We use that chat period of 15 minutes with all those 3 steps. Ne? But to be more accurate with the price action, you can go for higher time frames like 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. But just know that they are very slow in terms of the movement. Ne? But it's very safe to trade that way. Is it clear, Mematume? So you just have to change on your chart period if you want to test the price action strategies. Is it clear, Mematume? Mematume? Hey, are you still there?
I'm sorry, I disconnected. I don't know what happened.
Okay, I was saying on the time frames, ne? You just have to change your chart period. Chart period, basically I recommended 15 minutes. Ne? Yes, but just to be on the safe side, anything from 1 day upwards is fine. It's going to be 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month. Ne?
Okay, that's the ideal one for price action.
Yes, yeah. And try to focus on these other steps I've been teaching you all along.
Okay, it's because somewhere there it has said that we first start by trading on higher time frame before we go to the other one. So I just wanted to know the difference.
Okay, yeah, let's go for the time frames, the higher time frames. Ne?
Okay.
Yes. Any other questions, class?
Okay, sir.
Oh, we are all covered. Okay. If you are all covered, let's call it a night. Keep practicing, then we'll meet tomorrow same time. Ne? Okay. Yes, Nat. Yes, Nat.
Nana ke shebile ka life accounting I get it into manage again multi-account. Ma'am.
Yes, sir.
When the position is still open for the last 2 weeks. In when
are they negative or positive?
Negative.
Yeah, they are. We are still on the safe side, because what happens, the other thing you will learn with time, ne? The markets can be very volatile, and remember that we don't trade with the stop loss. You remember that. So what happens if, like today, let's assume we bought USDs, it went up, it went against us. So it means in order for us to close it, we have to do what? We should wait for it to go down. Is it clear?
Okay.
It's just that they are against us. And the other thing, I don't want to open too many positions, because if you've got more positions open, so your account will be vulnerable to be blown or to be swiped. Yeah. But then the other challenge we had was that I did advise the traders to submit all the necessary documents for us to open the live account. You remember? So some were very slow. Like maybe at the beginning, we had about 10 clients. We started trading on the MAM account. A week later, the new ones came. So if now we had USDs for the first night, and now Ndatema Shinini and Dumi, they come on board as MAM traders, we have to open another position. So it means now it's going to take more money from the initial clients who already have their accounts, because now they have to open a second position.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, that was the thing. But I think from next week onwards, things will stabilize. We'll try to manage and check the risk. But it's just that we don't want you guys to lose money, ne? Unnecessarily.
Okay,
and maybe one last thing is, because in South Africa, after we had Ramaphosa as the president, we had the State of the Nation address, we had Malusi Gigaba. After Malusi Gigaba, EFF came with the issue of taking back the land. So the rent was just going up and down. That's another challenge. Because we have got USDs, but things will be fine as we move on. But the accounts are still fine, that.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions, concerns, comments? Okay, if no other questions, then we are fine for tonight. Class, ne?
Bye, Daddy.
Okay, Daddy.
Okay, bye-bye.